Well, guys, we are in Las Vegas, and I know we're brought to you by Pearl River Resort. You know, that's our little chip of Las Vegas and Mississippi, but we're here today, Sin City, and we got our guy from the Bama Tailgate Show in person, by the way, Kenny White. We're going to talk about Bama in the NCAA Tournament, what the NCAA Tournament looks like as far as putting together your field, getting your bracket ready, and, hey, March Madness is here. So like, subscribe, thumbs up. Let's get this thing going. And from all the way out here in Vegas, but everyone here seems to know when I say this, what I mean. Roll Tide. All right. What do you say, everybody? With Kenny White, I'm Mick Gillespie. Great to see you guys today. Great to see you, Kenny, in person, man. Look at you.
Yeah, but great to meet you in person for the first time. I don't know how long it's been. What has it been? 4 years?
Yeah, we've been teaming up, but we've never been in the same real place. We've been digital partners.
So, yeah, excited to have you here in Vegas. And, always, I do my numbers and I don't have favorites anymore. And fortunately, since we've been together, Bama has been so good at almost every sport. Mm-hmm. So, I'm happy to talk about Bama basketball today.
Yeah, we love hearing that too, by the way. You talk about us being good. We love that. And what I wanted to do, since we had Kenny, was just kind of talk about the NCAA tournament, because I know a lot of you guys put your brackets together. You go out there and, whether it's an office poll or you're like me out in Vegas, where you get to sit back, watch, put money down. I want to try to bet on as many games as I can, maybe only $5, $10, but I just thought it would be fun to just have a little stake going in each game. I feel like the under for the first round is something to keep an eye on. I saw a guy hit a parlay a few years ago, just taking unders in the first round. And I say it's because officiating gets tight and players get tight, so you get a lot of officials that aren't going to work many games. They're going to work that first round because there's so many games, right? But what do you think?
The lights are brighter.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Like they are here in Vegas.
They are
in the studio here in the South Point. So, yeah, I agree with you. I talked about that on my daughter's show, mine and Jeff Parles, Sports by the Book, this morning. 57% of the games go under. Now, this is first half, so I didn't do the numbers for the entire game because I feel like, in the second half, Mick, you get those foul situations, three-pointer foul, and you can get 20 points late in the game. But first half, I think, is a much better value under than the entire game is.
Really interesting. So you're saying, hey, do the under, do it in the first half, and that's what the power ratings. And Kenny White's power ratings. I mean, we talked about them on the Bama Tailgate Show, by the way, and I told Kenny this, very proud to say, the number one show on game days in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa. And Kenny being a longtime part of that, we've picked up a lot of different tips. But how about where we're at right now? I mean, we got to throw these guys a shout out. This studio it's awesome, man. South Point and on the end of the Strip.
It's a great location. And Michael Gahn, the owner, does an amazing job of getting people in the door because he's got so much value here. The hot dog carts to your left, it's $1.50 for a hot dog, and they're amazing hot dogs. And it's always crowded, Mick. Monday morning, I pull in the parking lot at 8:00 and it's packed. I'm like, what's going on? It'd be yesterday, St. Patrick's Day, or Monday, St. Patrick's Day. Wow. When I got here, the place was just full. Everybody was having a great time early in the morning. So yeah, this place is a fun locals casino.
Yeah, that's cool. Locals casino. And then you got this big studio in here, and it's like right in the middle of this place next to the sports book. That's where we're at right now. So you guys probably can see people hanging out behind us as we talk. All right. Bama plays Robert Morris. Do not mistake them for Philip Morris. Okay. I know that Bama's going to try to smoke them in this 2 versus 15 matchup, but this is dangerous. You got Grant Nelson questionable to play in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play. Bama, the 6th overall seed. They've had a tremendous season, including beating Kentucky 3 times and playing a schedule Kenny, that was just unbelievable down the stretch. I mean, they were in the mix for the SEC championship, and then they played ranked team after ranked team. 6 weeks or 6 games in a row where they played other ranked teams, and then they played 2 more in the SEC tournament. They were beaten up by Florida when Nelson went down for that second half. So what do you see with this game that Bama's going to be in?
Well, Bama's made me some money here at the end of the season. I bet them against Auburn in that final regular season game, and I bet them against Kentucky. And after the Kentucky game, I said, I better jump on Bama to win the entire NCAA tournament, and I got them at 14-1 to win it all. Mark Nelson is going to be a big part of this, or Grant Nelson's going to be a big part of this. And they may not need him the first game, but if he did play against Robert Morris, it would be a big advantage because Robert Morris is a very small basketball team. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime Robert Morris team. Their coach has been there 14 years. This is the 3rd time he's gotten his team to the NCAA tournament out of 14 years. He's an average basketball coach, but this year he's got a decent team, and they're going to try to slow this game down. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. You know that Bama loves to run and get up and down the court, but Robert Morris's strength is their defense, but Alabama's seen many, many better defenses than this, and it should be an easy W on the road to, I think, at least the Final Four.
Wow. But they're going to need Grant Nelson to get there. They got to the Final Four last year. We feel like Sears has to kind of be the guy that we saw in the tournament last year. He's got to make the big shots. They moved him from the 1 to the 2 to get him more opportunities. Bama, up until the second half of that Florida game, I felt like they were okay. But, when you talk to Nate Oates, he's saying, like, the toughness has to change. So do you worry about that at all?
No, I don't. And the one good thing about the conference, NCAA tournament, it's you have to have great guard play. Mm-hmm. And you got a guy like Mark Sears is the reason why Bama was actually ranked by a lot of publications #1 in the country to start the season, and let alone the rest of the talent on this basketball team. But I think it's Mark Sears' time to shine once again, and that's going to be a big part of this basketball team. They can score with anybody in the country. It's going to come down to defensively. I think when we get deeper into the tournament, there's going to be a question mark, obviously, in Duke's bracket. I think Duke may be the most talented team in the country, but will their big guy Cooper Flagg be healthy when that game takes place?
That's a good question too. And, we'll see. Bama would play the winner of St. Mary's and Vanderbilt. 14 teams from the Southeastern Conference got into this tournament, right? Was it the Big East one year that got like 12 in or something, and that was the record? And they didn't even do that well in there. Do you think the SEC is as good as advertised?
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah. Since with Nil, these teams have really been able to go after and get some seasoned veteran kids that are really good, talented basketball players. I've never seen a year like this. We have 5 teams this year that are better than the past 2 national championship Connecticut teams. They're better talent-wise. If they were to play those 2 national champions right now on a neutral court, I'd make all 5 of these teams favored. And I'm talking about Auburn. I'm talking about Duke. I'm talking about Houston, Florida, and Alabama. So when I name those 5 teams, 3 of them are from the SEC. That's how strong this conference is.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that's kind of how this conference is right now with, so many talented teams, but we'll see, and they're all spread all over the field. But I think the difference between this SEC and SEC years past, first off coaching, and then second off talent, when you look at these, these schools and kind of how it lays out.
I've got numbers that I made for Bama in each game and who I think they'll play. I've got them 28 over Robert Morris. So we know this is going to be a blowout game. They may not win by 28 without Nelson in the lineup. Robert Morris may hang around for a little bit, and they're a team that does play hard, but it should be a 20-point win. In game 2, I do have St. Mary's moving on. So St. Mary's a very good defensive basketball team. this is a team that has a lot of European players. They are a veteran team. They've had their best year ever, but Bama is still far superior in talent-wise. With Nelson in the lineup, I'd have Bama 13. Without him, I'd have him 8. A little tougher contest. I think BYU pulls a big upset over Wisconsin, and Bama will face BYU, kind of a similar type of team to St. Mary's, an older team that is a fundamentally sound squad. But again, Bama's going to be a favorite there. I've got him 8 with Nelson, 3 without him, hoping at that time he'll be back, and then meeting Duke in the championship of the East. I would have Duke a small favorite in this game. And that's, again, we got our 2 superstars playing, or at least, Cooper Flagg's a superstar. Grant Nelson, very, very good player. But I'd have Duke 3 in that game. However, I have got Bama pulling the upset. I think they win the game. I think they end up playing Houston in the Final Four.
Wow. How about that? So give me since you got Bama in the Final Four, Bama, Houston on one side, who do you have on the other side?
So I can go with chalk, and I could have Auburn and Florida and have 3 SEC teams. Or I could pull a couple of upsets. My upset bracket has Michigan State and St. John's playing on the opposite side of the bracket.
Big Rick.
And, we have Rick Pitino and Tom Izzo, 2 veteran coaches that have been there before, done it before, and won national titles.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Kenny, tell everybody about the power ratings, and good to see you in person.
I appreciate it, Mick. Again, it's all about sports betting for me. I've been doing it my entire life. I made the betting line forever, and I used power ratings to come up with the betting line.
Love it, Kenny. Love seeing you guys, and appreciate everyone for hanging out. So that's our bracket special with Kenny out here in Vegas. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Get in the comments section. And again, we got the swag that's going out to you guys. And Kenny's got his. Look, let me throw Kenny on the screen. Look at that right there. Looking good, man. Got the swag hat on. Feeling good. Looking good. You guys get yours in the comments section. I want to hear your comments about Bama basketball. What's your bracket look like? You got Alabama winning it all. That's the kind of thing that I want to hear from you guys. But we got that. We got Daniel Moore calendars as well, and some other really cool stuff that we're giving away by being in the comments section. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, and being active here on the channel. And then Bama plays Friday at 9:40 here. So I'm already getting lined up for a Bloody Mary and some basketball. It's going to be great, man. Like, you roll out of bed and you just go straight down for hoops, right?
You roll out of bed and you get a big party right here.
Hey, I'm loving it. Yeah. I'm loving it. Guys, if you can't get out to Vegas, and I know a lot of you guys can't, don't forget about our partners. Philadelphia, Mississippi. Yeah, they're there. They got you covered. It's an hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2.5 and change from Birmingham. But they've got a sports book. It's just like the one behind me. Anything they can do here, they can do there. So go check it out. And again, they've got the amazing golf course, Dancing Rabbit, with the Azaleas and the Oaks, 2 awesome golf courses that you don't need a membership to play. Obviously, table games and slots, just like what we've got behind us. So if you can't get here, go there. Tell them that Mick sent you. And, hey, guys, roll tide from out here in the desert. Thanks, Kenny.
Roll tide.
To Pearl River Resort.